Hey friends, going to work with this cute bottle today. This is one of the bottles that I got from the dollar store, and it was blue. It was during the summertime when they had the things out for the sea and things like that. And so I've repainted it, and I painted it. This is my palette here. I used the New Penny by Paint Pixie and some licorice to get this beautiful bronzy color. But then it has a little bit of the brownish copper in it. So I hope that you like that. I got it all done and dry. Now we're going to put some molds on there. And I took some of the paint. I took the copper and a little bit of this paint called Statuary, which is also Paint Pixie. I mixed those two together and kind of got a little color here, which is a little bit more copper against our print here, against our bottle. So I kind of like that. So I kind of was painting those up a little bit, making sure those were all done. And I'm liking that. I might do a little something else with it. We're going to kind of play with it a little bit. So let's put some molds on here. I think we'll put this one here or up on the neck here. I do have a little angel I'd like to add on there. Let me touch that paint just a little bit right here on the edge, and we'll give that a little dry. And then I've got this little frame, so I love those. And then I may use this beautiful pin jewel from Totally Dazzled. And then I might do something on the other side. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use this and that over here. So I'm thinking I might just do one side of the bottle. Let's use a little Tight Bond, quick and thick, and put some of these molds on. I do also have the rose. So let's think on this, which ones we want to do. I kind of like the little cherub, and it looks like I want to touch it up just a little bit. Sometimes in painting these molds, you miss a little spot, and that happens. Now, these molds are made from pixie dough, which is also a product from Paint Pixie. It looks like marshmallows. It's a real soft, it's a clay, it's not a clay mold, it's an air dry paintable instead of being clay. I don't like the clay because it's dry. This is very soft, it stays soft, and it dries to where you can still bend it on any kind of surface that you have. So let me touch up, make sure I've got all these like I want. That looks good. And I don't know about those yet, so we'll do that. Let me just dry this up just a little bit where I touched up that little spot. You can dry them, just don't hold it down on your piece. You'll want to make sure that you are holding your dryer and blowing it away from directly on these. So you just want to kind of keep it moving. And then I think we might take a little dry brush and put on there and maybe some pink, so we can work with that. So let's get these on, and I think we'll go ahead and put this one here. And I'm thinking we'll put the little cherub on this side. So these are some little molds that I ordered from Amazon. You can use any kind of the molds to make these. These are some from Paint Pixie. I love that they're flexible. You want to make sure that you use the silicone molds for this. So let's put this on. Just going to squirt a little glue out and put it all over our little piece to go on. And this one came out a little bit much, but I think it'll be okay. We can always use it on the back of this one as well. So this is just a little simple, quick. You could take a jar that you've got something in, clean it really well, and use it and paint it up. But I just love this color and the way that it comes out. So I thought that would be pretty to use today. We're going to put this one right here on just the top part. Now it will bend to where we're going to put it. So you can do it just about anywhere that you want. And this glue is going to dry clear. So just mold it around how you want it. And we may add just a touch of hot glue on there to give it a hold for right now. But you definitely want to use wood glue for a permanent hold. And you could put some little flowers in this jar. Leave it like it is. You could put a little knob on top if you wanted to do that. Putting just a touch of the hot glue just to give it a little hold there. Our hot glue acts like it doesn't want to move a lot today, so we'll put that back up for a moment. Okay, and then you're just going to kind of mold it where you want and press it down. That's one reason I love to use this product, because you can mold it where you want it. And we'll put this little cherub right there on our bottle. And they're going to show up pretty well. I think I'm going to take a little bit of, since we might use this, I'm going to take a little bit of that pink, and that is Violet Lemonade, and then I added just a little bit of Cream Puff to it. Those are also pixie paints, and lightened it just a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit on my... So now we're going to take a little bit of this paint that we mixed up, the Violet Lemonade, and a little bit of the Cream Puff. We're putting that on a dry brush, and we're just dry brushing a little bit of that on our two molds here. And that's just going to give it a little bit of a pink look. Let me go ahead, and now that my hot tool is gotten hot. So we've added our molds on that side. Let's go ahead and put some on this other side. We will add a little bit more glue. Let that dry just a minute. And I think on this side, we'll put the little picture frame and the rose on this side. I think that will be pretty. Let's get some more glue out. And this will be a simple, quick project that I think will be really cute. Let me get that pressed down a minute. We're going to add a little bit of hot glue on some of the edges. It will hold fine by itself, but I like to add just a touch of hot glue to hold it right now, and then that quick and thick will dry and give it a permanent hold. So let me just get a little bit of our hot glue right here. Put just a, and then I'm going to put just a tad on this one. There we go. And I like those, and I think I will go ahead and put my jewel up here. I think that's just going to set that off right there. I'm going to grab my B7000 and use it on my jewel, because you do want a permanent hold, and this is going to hold your jewels the best. Now I'm putting this glue, and then I'm going to put a little hot glue, but not where you have your other glue. You want it to not touch, because it will not adhere if you use your glues on top of each other. It will kind of make it where it doesn't work exactly like you want it, and it'll keep that B7000 from sticking down as it should. So let's add this little bit of dry brush of our pink that we mixed again. We're going to put a little bit of dry brush on this. Just a little bit. I'm not going to put a whole lot. Let me press that down just a little bit more. And just a little bit on the top and bottom of this. And that's just going to bring a little bit of pink in. You could put a little bow if you wanted to on there. I think I'm just going to leave mine plain. I love it the way it is. And then, whoop, I didn't let that dry. See, it popped right off because I didn't let it dry. Let me get a little piece of, another little bit of hot glue there. Put that back on again. I shouldn't have held it up until I made sure that it was adhered well. Now that's better. So there's that side. And then we have this side. We'll blow off all those little strings that we have from our hot glue. And I think that will be darling. And then for Valentine's, to stick some little Valentines in here. I've got a little piece of greenery right now. We'll just put that in here so you can kind of see. So we'll just put a little something in the end, some Valentine hearts or some little flowers. And that will be a cute little bottle to sit in your bathroom or somewhere that you just need a little small place. I think that turned out beautiful. Thank you for being with me. Please subscribe to my channel.